Well, it's about time for another channel update here on my main channel, and as you guys can tell from the title, I feel like it's time for me to have an honest conversation with both you guys and myself, so let's get right into it. As some of you guys might know, I wear a lot of hats when it comes to content creation. On this channel, my main focus is sports gaming. Video-wise, I have a series in Legend Bowl, Axis Football 23, and MLB The Show 23. Stream-wise, I mainly focus on retro games, and I recently started a series in ESPN College Hoops 2K5 and ESPN NFL 2K5, the latter of which being super impromptu and just out of the blue. I also, of course, have the CGWA My Call universe in WWE 2K23, which I stream every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Then I also have a secondary channel called Gym Leader Kaz, where I have multiple series as well, with me playing Pokemon Apollo, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Emerald Rogue, and a Pokemon Emerald Hardcore Nuzlocke. On top of that, I also have completely separate content on TikTok, mainly focused on professional wrestling. I say all that to say this. I think it's time for me to be completely honest with myself and acknowledge the fact that I am stretching myself way too thin, and as a result, I just feel really stressed out. I think at the end of the day, there's just a lot of things that I want to do as far as being a content creator goes, and I do enjoy the content that I'm making, but at the same time, I also have to be completely honest with myself and tell myself that with all these hats that I'm wearing and with everything that I'm doing, while also trying to find a full-time job and support myself better in my personal life, I mean, it's gotten to the point where I'm just overstretching myself as far as my workload goes, and thus, I just think it's time for me to walk back the amount of content that I'm doing for my mental health and for my physical health as well, and my growth as a content creator, of course. With that being said, on my main channel, I'm going to be eliminating one of the 3 video series that I'm doing at the moment. I do genuinely enjoy all 3 games that I'm playing, regardless of the amount of views that each of them get. But at this stage, I just think with everything going on in my life, it's time for me to knock it back down to about 2 series on the main channel. Now, it's unlikely that I'll be ending MLB The Show because that game just came out and I'm having a ton of fun of it. Again, most of you guys know that baseball is not one of my favorite sports, but it's like I'm having so much fun playing MLB The Show, and I just don't want to end that series. So it's really going to be between Axis Football 23 and Legend Bowl. But regardless of which one of those 2 that I end up ending, I'm going to finish at least the first season for both of them before I move on from either one of them. And there might be a chance that I decide, hey, maybe I'll just keep all 3 going and just downsize elsewhere. But as of right now, I think having 2 series on my main channel is probably the best route to go. So long story short, I'm most likely ending one of the series on my main channel. As far as my second channel goes, I'm going to rebrand it back to being a Let's Play channel and not just focusing on Pokemon, but Pokemon will be the main game that I play on the channel still. There are just a lot of other games that I want to play that go beyond Pokemon, and I want to expand my horizons, so I will be playing some different games moving forward. But again, this is another spot where I'm kind of overextending myself because I have so many series on this channel. I currently have 4 series. So moving forward, I'm going to focus on one game at a time for that channel. And the series that I'm going to be doing on the channel is with the game Cassette Beast. It's a game that just recently came out on PC that is very similar to Pokemon, but I'm going to wait for it to come out on console, and that'll be the series that I do later on this month. Now, as far as the current series like Pokemon Apollo, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Emerald Rogue, and the Pokemon Hardcore Nuzlocke that I'm doing in Emerald, I'm going to be putting those series on hiatus. I may end up revisiting those series after I beat Cassette Beasts, but for the time being, I'm going to focus on that game, and after I beat it, we'll see if I continue to do one of those other playthroughs or just restart one of them altogether. We'll have to see, but at the end of the day, I do want to keep a second channel going, but I do feel like I need to cut back on what I'm currently doing. I just, again, have really overextended myself. So it's going to be 2 video series on my main channel and then 1 video series on my secondary channel. As far as TikTok goes, I've been really inconsistent over there. And again, my main source of content over there is just wrestling opinions and different things having to do with wrestling. But as a whole, I make pretty much any type of content that I want to make on TikTok. Moving forward, however, I think I'm going to go back to focusing my TikTok on my gaming highlights and just posting them on there. I'm not leaving Wrestle Talk, I'm not leaving any other community that I'm on there, but I do want to focus more on gaming because that's my main source of content. And again, any other videos I'll make are going to be far and few between because I do think that gaming is my main niche, and thus that should be what I focus on. I still will do videos here and there about my wrestling opinions. I'll still give you guys updates on wrestling training, this, that, and the third, but I want to go back to focusing on the gaming aspect because that's what I started on as far as TikTok goes, and I think it's time for me to get back to my roots in that regard. Now let's talk about streaming. As of right now, my schedule is going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern, and every other Sunday at 8 p.m. As of right now, my work schedule is Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Saturday nights, and Sunday mornings. So I'm off Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then I have Sunday nights off. So that's about what my schedule will allow me to do. With that being said, without getting into too many details right now, my work schedule could be changing. So if it ends up changing, I'll let you guys know about that. But that's what I'm rolling with for right now. And as far as series that I'm going to be streaming, I think my main focus is going to be ESPN NFL 2K5, as I started playing that game recently, like out of the blue. I've really enjoyed it again. So that's going to be the main game that I play for right now. But of course, I'll still have the CGWA on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. And I'll sprinkle in a little bit of ESPN College Hoops 2K5. That game's kind of ticking me off, so I don't really want to play it that much, but I do want to get better at it, so I'll play that every once in a while. But ESPN NFL 2K5 will be my main game, and of course we'll do the CGWA still. And if you guys want to join the CGWA, feel free to join the Discord and make your own wrestler over there. You guys are all welcome to do so. As far as the streaming platforms that I'm currently using, I still stream on my main YouTube channel, but I'm continuing to stream using Restream as well, so I'm usually also simultaneously live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Streaming as a whole is mainly just extra content for me to give to you guys, and I'm way more focused on making video content for you, but at the same time, I'd like to grow my following on Kick. I'm currently sitting at 44 followers, and I need 75 followers in order to monetize the channel. So if you guys want to help me out in that regard, consider creating an account on Kick to support me over there as well. The link to my Kick will be in the description below. As far as Twitch goes, I understand that I've been really back and forth as far as Twitch goes, but I'm no longer an affiliate on Twitch. And the only reason I'm really even streaming over there anymore is just increase my overall visibility. But Twitch is genuinely the streaming platform that I am least concerned about. With that being said, if you guys want to watch me over on Twitch, that's completely valid, that's completely great. But I'd rather much have viewership on Kick and YouTube, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. And I do want to address one more thing as far as streaming goes. While I do want to adhere to the stream schedule that I've made, I do want to make it clear that streaming is something that I see as secondary to creating videos. My boy Disparity put it the best. Streaming is like the cherry on top. And I think that that's a really good analogy, because while I'm not knocking anybody who makes most of their money off of streaming, because everybody does things differently, I think what would work for me and what would work for a lot of people nowadays is focus on making videos, focus on making shorter form content that aren't these long VODs, and even take your VODs and make them into smaller videos as well. I feel like a lot of people would be really successful if they would do that, and they would post more YouTube shorts or post more TikToks, post more IG reels, all that. And I've definitely fallen off of the shorts game, but I will be getting back into making shorts relatively soon, because I really didn't do any in April, and I don't want to say I had a drop off. I think I've actually grown more not doing them. But I do want to give people shorter form content so they can potentially check out my longer form content. But yeah, I say that to say this. I do want to adhere to a schedule streaming wise, But if I do end up canceling a stream, it's either because I want to focus more time on making videos or I'm just mentally not up to it. So streaming is really up to my discretion. If I decide to end a stream, that's just, you know, what I decided to do for one reason or another, respectfully. I hope you guys understand. I understand that some people won't understand, and that just is what it is. But I'm always going to do what I feel like is best for me. With all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you guys have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, feel free to leave them in the comment section or message me on Discord or Twitter. And here's hoping the rest of the year goes well for all of us. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys who are still supporting me here in this content creation endeavor. And here's to more success down the road for all of us.